Today was a very exciting day for Natilla over here because today is the day that she began training to become an adventure kitty. Now, this is going to entail a whole bunch of things, and I'm so excited to share them all with you and to go through the process of training Natilla and the kittens. Our focus today was to start getting Natilla comfortable with water. So the first question we have to answer is, what's the point? Why should you get a cat comfortable with water? Turns out there are a number of reasons. If you're new to our story, Natilla was actually a stray cat up until just under 2 months ago when we rescued her. And although she'll be living as an indoor cat with us, we really like the idea of being able to take her on supervised outdoor adventures. We got her harnessed today, and we actually started harness training her as well, but I'll save that for another video. Anyway, if she's comfortable going outside with us and we take her on hikes or whatnot, it's quite likely that we'll encounter puddles or streams or water in many different ways, shapes, and forms. And we want to make sure that none of these things will make Natilla nervous. So the more comfortable she is with water before we even encounter it in the wild, the better the situation will probably go when we do. Also, if we want to give Natilla a bath, we don't want it to be a traumatic experience for her. We've had her for such a short time, but Natilla already trusts Jackson and I so much, and she trusts us with her babies, and it's really such a gift. And we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to hold on to and strengthen that bond and that trust, which brings me to actually training her. We are only doing positive reinforcement training. In my opinion, this is the best way to train an animal because it's healthy, it's kind, it's fun, and I think that this type of training really helps foster and reinforce that trust and love and mutual respect between the owner and the pet. So today, introducing Natilla to water. We have no idea how much water she's encountered out in the real world. She certainly would have encountered rain, but I don't know if she's seen the beach or a river. Who knows? No idea. So to get ready for today, I started lightly flooding my shower. The kittens are going to water train in a sink, but that's a story for another day. We don't have a tub. We have 2 different bathrooms with walk-in showers, and they have a good-sized little ledge. We don't have a drain plug, so I covered the drain with saran wrap and then tin foil and a bottle of shaving cream to weigh it down. And then I turned on the faucet and I let it start to fill up a little bit. I didn't want there to be too much water because I wanted there to be like a deeper end, a shallower end, and a little bit of dry spot on the right. Then I went to the fridge. I got a piece of marlin from our dinner last night, which was really good, and Natilla loves fish. So this marlin is going to be how I encourage her to get into the shower. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to encourage her. Under no circumstances am I actually going to pick her up and place her in the shower. Whatever progress we do or don't make today, I want to be entirely on her own terms. We have all the time we need, we're in no rush, and I want to make sure that we're going at a pace that she feels comfortable at. So I went into this with no expectations, but I was pleasantly surprised. I gave her a little bit of marlin first just so she knew how tasty it was. I led her into the bathroom, I closed the door so that the kittens couldn't get in and distract her. So it was just her and I go ahead and get in the shower, and I begin by just trying to encourage her into the drier area. It's just like leading a child into the deep end of a pool. You don't just throw them in there, or I mean, some people do, but I wouldn't. You start them in the shallow end, and little by little, you work them into the deeper end as they build up their courage. And so we were basically doing the same thing. So Natilla gets in pretty quickly because that marlin is just mouth-watering. You can see that she's a little bit hesitant. She's not really sure how she feels about getting her paws wet, but she really wants that fish. She comes in, she takes some from me. She's being really careful to stay just on the dry area, and then once she's gotten it, she hops right back out. I'm talking to her the whole time in what I hope is a encouraging voice, and then she comes in again, and this time it's a little less hesitation. She comes in with a little bit more confidence. You can see that she's kind of internally struggling with, does she want to get the fish or does she want to get out of the water? And it seemed that her desire for fish outweighed any dislike of the water. And as we continue, she's continuing to favor the dry area, so I'm making sure to lead her in that way. And then slowly from there, I start to lead her into the deeper water. She's a little bit hesitant, but she starts making progress little by little. She'll get back out, but then there, and that time she actually went straight into the deeper section, which was wonderful. And now she's actually staying in there with me, which is fantastic. I couldn't have even hoped for that much. So she's really starting to get either comfortable or just really, really, really loves the fish. Either way, it's great in my book. And then she did it again. And you can see that she's starting to move a little bit more normally with a little bit more confidence. Isn't quite as like, oh, what's this? I decided to cap it there because A, I didn't want to overfeed her, and also, baby steps, little by little. I did not even expect for her to be cool with it this quickly, but the fact that she was able to get in there multiple times and didn't freak out or run or try to get out of the bathroom or anything, I think that bodes really well. So as far as I'm concerned, great first day.